And now, welcome to Hour 3 of the 51st Annual Christmas Daddies Telethon.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start falling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. I'll have a blue Christmas, that's certain. And when those blue heartaches start hurting, you'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. And I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas.
Give her a big hand. That is the one and only Jenn Grant. Jenn, thank you very much for taking. I know you've been touring across Canada. We appreciate you being here and doing
My
this.
pleasure. Very happy to be here.
The one and only Jenn Grant. Her latest album, Compostela, is out in stores right now, and you can follow her on Twitter at Jenn Grant Music. Again, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, let's chuck back over to Steve Murphy now.
All
Steve?
right, Jay, thanks very much. Thanks, Jen. Thanks all the professional musicians, too, because we can't do this without you, your great talents, and, of course, all of the kids and the amateur talent. Can't do it without you as well. Here in the 51st Annual Christmas Daddy Show, it's just after 1. So let's see how we're doing here as the telethon rolls on into Saturday afternoon. Here come the totals. John Alphonse, a drum roll, please. All right, here come the first numbers. First of all, from across Canada, this is all provinces outside the Maritimes. Our total is $4,474. Very nice. From Prince Edward Island right now, we are at $2,421. Thank you. From New Brunswick, $12,639. The Cape Breton total stands at $19,773. From mainland Nova Scotia, $50,862 for a grand total of $90,169.65. Thank you. With Myles to go before we sleep, let's continue with Jacqueline Foster. Jackie.
Thanks very much, Steve. And I have 3 youngsters here who want to add to that total. They are no strangers to Christmas Daddies. We have Nicholas, William, and Thomas Adams from Bootlears Point, Nova Scotia. They are longtime supporters of Christmas Daddies. Nicholas, I'll start with you. How did you raise the money this year?
Well, we pretty much just had a big party at my house. Friends and family came over and we sold crafts and a lot of food.
All right. And so I know you have a lot of people you want to thank. Who are you looking to thank?
I want to thank everybody that showed up to the fundraiser, all the friends and family that helped support us, and a shout out to Kathy.
And a shout out to Kathy. And Thomas, how much did you raise?
We raised $1,278.51.
That's one big party and a whole lot of friends. Thank you very much. And just before we let the boys go, they have someone that they'd like to send a very special message to, and that's their grandmother, Linda, who is in hospital in the ICU in Bridgewater. And I know, Thomas, you wanted to send a message to your gram.
I just, for Christmas, all I want is for her to get better and come home. And I love you, Nanny.
That's very nice, and of course we wish your grandmother all the best, Linda. We hope you get well soon, and thank you so much for being here. We are going to send things back over to Marie.
Oh, what a tearjerker. How very, very special. What a great lesson for kids. Now, as if these guys don't do enough in their regular day, keeping care of us as volunteer firefighters, we've got the Bedford volunteer firefighters with us right now, and they have raised money for Christmas Daddies. Can you tell us about the challenge you also want to issue?
We made a challenge to all the volunteer firefighters within HRM and across the province to meet or beat our challenge for a donation today.
And how much did you raise? We've got the guys to flip the check here, and you can let us know.
$750 for today.
Thank you so much. $750, and the challenge is now out there to all volunteer firefighters to get your donations in. Let's head over to Jackie for another donation.
Thanks very much, Marie. We have a donation of $200 to tell you about. It's in loving memory of Josh Spence from his family in Oxford, Nova Scotia. Thank you so much. Every little bit counts, and we certainly appreciate the support here at Christmas Daddies. Marie, back over to you.
Well, Jackie, I had a fun weekend last weekend. I was at a Christmas Daddies event, the Nova Sporting Clay Shoot that they held for the first time this year. They shoot these clays off into the wood. You're supposed to shoot them. Most of mine ended up looking like this, but in the end, they ended up raising $2,000. Another wonderful, great event. And now we're going to send it over to Sydney.
Well, thanks so much. If you haven't already touched the phone and got up and do it, we urge you to do it right now. It's simple. Just get it done so then you can sit back and enjoy the music that you're about to hear. It's 855-853-5151, and it's my pleasure to introduce to you and present the Cape Breton Tenors. 2, 3.
The night wind to the little lamb. Do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb. Do you see what I see? A star, dancing in the night with a tail as big as a kite, with a tail as big as a kite.
Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, sky, shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? A song, high above the trees, with a voice as big as the sea, with a voice as big as the sea.
Oh, wow. Thank you, guys. Beautiful performance. And now I'm standing by with a wonderful guest who has a beautiful soul. And I can tell you that firsthand because I've had the pleasure of knowing him for many, many years. You've never missed a Christmas Daddies. In fact, you are the longest serving volunteer. Never missed one, not one Christmas Daddies in 51 years. This is Art Steves, our pride and joy here at Christmas Daddies and at CTV. How you doing?
I'm doing great. The volunteers are here. They work well together, and I think that's what makes it all come together for us. And each year, I'm overwhelmed by the time the day is over. And between the people calling in and the volunteers are through the 3 maritime provinces is phenomenal. That's what makes it work.
Pretty outstanding. You keep coming back year after year. I mean, do I need to ask you why? What is it about Daddies that makes you want to be part of it?
Goosebumps talking about it. It's all about kids and them having something that will is known that normally wouldn't have a Christmas for them.
We're looking at some old footage here. This stuff was lost. It became found just recently. Do you remember these scenes? Like, give me a rundown of how much things have changed over the past 51 years.
Well, with the new changeover of the studios as it is now, we had 2 separate studios, Studio 1, Studio 2, and 3 to 4 sets in the corners. And while we set up a band, we'd have a choir in another corner, and just alternated between the 2 studios and the 4 different corners in the two studios we had.
Do you remember the very first Christmas Daddies? Like, can you put yourself there? Like, what were you thinking back then? You were a young pup then.
Well, I was a young kid. I think I was 9 years old. But anyway, I was a young kid on the block, and really at that time, I didn't know the real like what was going to be involved with it or how it would take off. Thanks to a special chap that I keep coming back to, Jim Hill Sr. He and I did a lot of different ventures together, and I think we were both dedicated to that soul thing.
It's beautiful. All right. Yesterday, you were named Maritimer of the Week on CTV News at 5. We were also very proud to stand here and watch you accept that award. How did that feel? You looked so shocked, by the way.
That had to be the best kept secret at CTV in the building I ever had. I think I was on my back putting tables together, and I heard the term "come over and have a piece of cake," and I said, "Well, I left New Glasgow at 5:30 this morning, and I'm not quite ready for a piece of cake just yet." But they somehow convinced me to go over here. I'm sure the TV station came to a complete halt because everybody was here, and a lot of them didn't know me, I'm sure, but I overwhelmed, yes.
A lot of them know of you. Everyone knows of you. Yeah. They might not know you, but everyone knows of you, and now the Maritimers at home do as well. Art, I mean, my goodness, on behalf of Christmas Daddies, thank you for your continued support. It really is outstanding. I know you'll be here next year and the year after that.
If I'm able to, I want to give a shout out to a good buddy of mine that we lost here a few years ago, Joe Graves. I saw his wife on a few minutes ago. Kind of an emotional deal because he and I had automotive stories together, and in fact he made this crazy gray hair of mine look half decent just over a conversation.
A wonderful volunteer in front of Christmas Daddies as well. Yep. Yeah. And since you mentioned it, I have to toot your horn here. A couple of weeks ago, you got inducted into a special Hall of Fame.
Maritime Motorsports Hall of Fame, and there's been an overwhelming 3 weeks for me now, yes, and that's a pretty special wheel.
Not just part of the family here at CTV or at Christmas Daddies, but trailblazing in the world of motorsports as well.
Thanks to everybody that helps put it all together. It doesn't get done alone, and right from tiny volunteers to the ones that have been here as long as they can, and keep volunteering.
Excellent. All right, I'm going to let you go because I know they're waiting for you over at the security desk, which you're running over this weekend.
Thanks very much for everybody.
Thank you, Art. Thank you very much. Let's check in with Kayla, who's standing by with another very special guest. I know the kids are looking forward to hearing from him.
Oh, thank you, Maria, and thank you, Art. I do have a very special guest. I feel like the luckiest girl at Christmas Daddies today. How are you, Santa?
I'm doing very well, Kayla.
How are things at the North Pole is what everybody really wants to know.
Things are very well at the North Pole this year. all the elves are just finishing off all the touches on all the toys and all the stuffies.
We're almost ready. What are the most popular toys this year?
Well, this year, a lot of girls have been asking for American Girl dolls, and I even have some asking for Canadian Girl dolls.
Good.
And a lot of the boys want Lego and Transformers this year. It's all over the place this year what the boys and girls want.
Some timeless toys in there for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Santa, I know you're so busy, but you always make time to come see us here at Christmas Daddies. How do you fit it in? Why is it so important?
I make sure that I start early enough in the year that all the elves are just finishing off all the toys. It's a good excuse to have the reindeer go for a run this time of year. And then when I get back to the North Pole, they're ready to go again on Christmas Eve.
You're so lucky to have all those elves working for you.
Oh, Santa's very lucky to have all those elves for sure.
Now, before we throw things back over, we have to make sure that we know that all of our volunteers here today, of which there are so many, they're all on your nice list. Can you tell us that? It's very important for us to know.
They're all on the nice list, all the volunteers. But you know, by asked me a little earlier about Cy Lunny.
Oh, yes.
He's still on the fence right now. It'll be by the end of the day before I find out for Cy.
Okay, well, I'm going to make sure that we tell Cy that so that he's on his best behavior for the rest of the day, and hopefully that can get him on the nice list.
Oh, for sure.
Thank you, Santa.
You're
so
quite
nice
welcome.
to chat with you. We're going to check in with Jason Baxter, who's very good friends with Cy Lunny, so maybe he can pass the word along for us.
I
Hey, Jay?
hope so.
I will do my best. We'll definitely tell him to behave himself. We got more great music here for you now. I'm sure all of our viewers are familiar with David Myles. We've known him for a long time, and it's been amazing to see his career take off with a slew of hits in the recent years. He's got a brand new Christmas album out called It's Christmas, and from that, here's an original tune, Santa Never Brings Me a Banjo. Take it away, guys.
Santa never brings me a banjo, and I can never understand why. Every Christmas Eve I see it in my dreams, but every Christmas morning I cry. 'Cause Santa never brings me a banjo, and I can never understand why. Every Christmas Eve I see it in my dreams, but every Christmas morning I cry. My brother got the train that he asked for, my sister even got a violin. How did he miss the one thing on my list in the letter that I sent to him? I told him how hard I would practice. I told him I would play so loud that high lonesome sound would fill up the town, and I'd make my parents so proud. But Santa never brings me a banjo. I can never understand why. Every Christmas Eve I see it in my dreams, but every Christmas morning I cry. 'Cause Santa never brings me a banjo. I can never understand why. Every Christmas Eve I see it in my dreams, but every Christmas morning I cry. I ask my parents if they know why Santa always leaves me sad. I do well in school and I follow the rules, and I don't think I've been bad. But maybe it's too hard for the workshop, maybe it's too tricky for the elves. Since I never understand, I think I'm gonna plan to buy one for myself. 'Cause Santa never brings me a banjo. I can never understand why. Every Christmas Eve I see it in my dreams, but every Christmas morning I cry. 'Cause Santa never brings me a banjo. I can never understand why. Every Christmas Eve I see it in my dreams, but every Christmas morning I cry. Every Christmas Eve I see it in my dreams, but every Christmas morning I cry.
David, great job. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. I get you to introduce these gentlemen with the fine facial hair.
Yeah, this is Alan Jeffries from Fredericton, New Brunswick, and Kyle Konjak, also from Fredericton, New Brunswick.
And yourself also from Fredericton, New Brunswick.
That's right, yeah.
You've been living in this area for a while now, but growing up in Fredericton, I'm just curious, was it part of your Christmas ritual?
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny to see it now, to be watching it backstage and be going, I've seen this so many times throughout my life. And you know, it's an amazing thing, because sometimes you watch it, you don't realize how much money is actually being raised. Like, especially as a kid, you're watching it, you're like, oh, this is cool, all these different acts from all over the Maritimes. But I mean, the practicality of it is that it raises so much money. It's such a great charity event at the same time, so.
Why did you and the guys want to be involved this year?
Well, you know what? It's been a huge part of doing a Christmas record. I do a tour in New Brunswick every year that we just finished called Singing for Supper, where we do free shows in the shopping malls and get people to come and donate money and food for the food banks. And so it's a big part of why I wanted to do a Christmas record. It's a big part of the season, right? It's a huge part. It's an important part. So for me to be able to come on the show, sing a song that I wrote, and, you know, spread the joy of the season, I was absolutely thrilled to be part of it, yeah.
And I know it's available right now. It's called It's Christmas in stores and your website.
Yeah, you bet. We got an advent calendar on the site. Every day there's a new little treat that you can get.
I heard some of my colleagues may end up being on that one. David, it was great. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate you being here.
Oh, thank you.
Now we're going to go over to PEI and our good friend Jimmy the janitor. Jimmy.
How's she going, boy? We're back here at the Confederation Center in Charlottetown. Lots of talent today. The money's starting to roll in. Make sure you call the number on your screen, and keep in mind the money stays here in PEI. All the money you donate is going to be given to kids around Christmas time, so please call the 1-800 now. You can honor your pledge at RBC locations in Atlantic Canada. Now, some talent from a young lady who's very popular on the Cayley circuit here in PEI. Her name is Peggy Clinton, and the season will never grow old.
Christmas is coming, I can tell by the smiles. I remember the snowflakes that fell from the sky and covered the village that lay sleeping below. Thank goodness this season will never grow old. I look through my window well into the night, watching and waiting and hoping I might see one little reindeer fly through the snow. Thank goodness this season will never grow old. Christmas is coming, may joy fill our homes, and the spirits be with you wherever you go. Trees with full branches are the first one to go. I remember the children that came to your door and sang out the carols we all used to know. Thank goodness this season will never grow old. All round the fire, the warmth of the flame, tiptoeing softly, trying not to awake the ones who lay laying for the good things you know. Thank goodness this season will never grow old. Christmas is coming, may joy fill your home, and the spirits be with you wherever you go. Christmas is coming, may joy fill your homes, and the spirits be with you wherever you go.
Wow, another beautiful performance. And welcome back to Moncton. We are going to have another check presentation right now. Some very good friends of ours here at Christmas Daddies, of course, the Potash Corp. And I'm joined by David Korth and his daughters, Annabelle and Abigail, who are going to do an amazing check reveal, David, in just a little bit. But first, let's tell folks how you folks at Potash Corp raised this money.
Okay. We had people volunteer to man tables at the front of the building when everybody would come in. I should mention that this donation wouldn't be possible without all the support we got from PCS employees, our contractors, contract companies. Everybody kind of pulled together and put in a real good effort. So.
Absolutely. So basically, when the employees came through the front door, went by the table, you guys strong-armed them, right?
Sort of.
And
yeah.
kind of and said, "Here, give us some money."
That's right.
No, I'm just kidding. So, and listen, thanks all to the staff there at Potash Corp. But right now, Annabelle, Abigail, we've been practicing this for a while. Okay, girls, you ready? Dun, 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 dun. How much money we got?
$8,858.
$8,858. Absolutely incredible. David, listen, thank everybody at Potash Corp for us. We really appreciate it. Now we're going to go over and check in with Kellen.
Thanks, Ian. I'm standing by with a friend of yours, Marty Kingston with Napa Auto Parts. Great to be with you today.
Great to be here, Kellen. Fine.
Wonderful. And so you've been a big fan of Christmas Daddies and this maritime tradition for a number of years.
Well, I worked in Halifax in the 80s as well, and you couldn't help not be. And it's a great maritime tradition. We're very generous as Canadians, maritime Canadians, Atlantic Canadians. So to get that show rolling in December means Christmas is here, big monies are raised, and always a great event.
And it can change the life of a child or their family too, which is really significant.
Well, that's it. The benefits go out to so many people. I mean, innumerable to list really how it helps people in the long run, but it's just a major charity and fundraiser for the year, and does so many good things, yeah.
And who's all involved with NAPA with raising this money?
Napa Shediac, salut, and merci beaucoup. Napa Moncton store and our regional office called the Distribution Center. We call it the DC, out of Edinburgh Drive here in Moncton. So the three groups got together, and I have this check to present. So.
Well, we appreciate the support. Let's see what you brought here today.
$1,440 on behalf of Napa Shediac, Napa Moncton, and the Napa Regional Office. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Hope to see you next year.
Thank you very much.
And I'll toss things over to David, who's standing by with a young woman who's going to sing one of my favorite Christmas carols.
Thanks so much, Kellen. I'm here with Charlottetown's own Julia Dunn. Now, she's only 14 years old. She's a singer-songwriter, but she has a resume that would be impressive by standards of a much older, accomplished person. Now, just here's a couple of key points. She performed at the Cavendish Beach Music Festival 2 years ago. The 2014 PEI Has Talent, she's a contest winner from that, and she's also the youngest finalist in both the 2013 and 2014 PEI Youth Talent Search competitions. And to top that off, she's working on an EP right now, which will be released in the spring. Julia, tell me about the music. You've just gotten into writing songs recently.
Yeah.
And tell me about your inspiration. How do you find the themes that you're going to write about?
Well, I really look up to Hunter Hayes, who I actually got to meet at Cavendish Beach this year. Yeah. So that was pretty awesome. And yeah, just like whatever I'm feeling, I put it down on paper. And
you're going to be singing Little Drummer Boy?
Yeah.
What about that song do you like?
I just like how it's so fun. So yeah, I'm going to sing that.
Great. Can't wait.
Come, they told me, pum, 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 a newborn king to see, pum, 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 pum. Our finest gifts we bring, pum, 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 to lay before the king, pum, 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 oh, pum, pum, pum.
job. Thank you so much, Julia Dunn. That was fantastic. One of my favorite Christmas songs as well. And now we're joined by our good friends at Kent. I'm joined by Victor Bastrash and Avery Shannon, who are here to present a check because this is going to be big, Victor, because this is maritime-wide, right from Kent.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how did you guys raise the money?
It's our head office. We've did a special event within the last couple of weeks and raised the money there.
All right, and Avery, it's a pretty good-sized check, I think, isn't it?
Oh, it's pretty big.
Yeah, okay, so how much money are we talking about, Avery Shannon?
We're talking about $1,000 from Kent Building Supplies.
All right, there we go. Awesome. Well, listen, thank you both so much for coming in and doing this, and make sure you guys thank everybody at Kent for helping us out with Christmas Daddies, all right? That's great. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go check in with Alan, who's on location with another great donation.
Hi, we're on location at the beautiful Resurgo Place, home of the Moncton Museum and Transportation Discovery Center in downtown Moncton. And with me is longtime former CTV, ATV employee Jack Christie, and he's here to present us a check on behalf of the LTV CTV reunion, 60th reunion recently, right, Jack?
60th reunion. We went on the air December 4th, 1954, and some of the employees, former employees, got together to celebrate it earlier this fall, and we have a check for $510.06.
Well, thank you very much, Jack. That's very generous. And I take it the reunion was a success?
It was a great success. It was nice to see a lot of old friends.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Yeah.
I managed to get there one night anyway.
Yes, yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much, Jack. Much appreciated.
Good luck.
Okay, let's head back to Halifax, see what's going on there.
Al, thanks, and thanks to Jack Christie, one of the original employees of CTV here in the Maritimes on CKCW Moncton, and our good friend Al McClellan, who's with us for that only in one appearance this year. Al, we miss you, but it's great to have you here, even just for a moment. We're with some of our bidders here, and why don't you introduce yourself and a couple of these people who are here with you, and tell us where you're from.
Well, I'm Dana Bush. I'm from Michelin Bridgewater, and I brought my lovely family with me. My daughter Isabella, husband Darren, and my son Riley Bush.
Nice to see all of you, and I think, are you doing the speaking today, or who's doing the speaking?
I am, I guess.
You're doing the speaking. Well, you're bidding on the lawn tractor, and you've got a nice big bid on there now. Why do you come back and bid every year on Christmas Daddies items?
It just helps the cause, and we're proud to be a part of that.
Well, we're very grateful for the many, many, I don't even know how many years it is. It goes back a long, long time that the good people of Michelin have been here, and we appreciate your bids, and we'll be back to see how much more money you've got. A couple of other good friends back here, too, Les and Audrey, and remind us who you're with.
Hi, Steve. We're with Family Campers and RVers Association.
And you're unusually quiet today, Audrey?
Well, he's doing all the talking.
Is that the way you want it?
Sure, why not?
You bid on lots of things here, too. What brings you out for Christmas Daddies and the kids?
Well, our organization, we have 5 special campouts a year, and we raise money through those campouts, and the organization has selected Christmas Daddies for many years now, and so we're here again bidding on some more stuff.
What are you bidding on right now?
Right now, we got our eye on the quilt and the pedal
car.
Yes, and a couple other things, and we'll see how it goes before the day's over.
Well, why don't we update some of these bids? A big hand for all these good people who are here in the studio, but you can bid as well by using the telephone number on your screen. Let's update a few of the items here. The Bryan Adams date night, we have a bid of $1,000, and this is 2 tickets to Bryan Adams, a lovely meal at Dummarizio, and also accommodations in Halifax, $1,000 from Kathy Tingley. We have a bid also on this hockey trip. This is a tremendous prize as well. This is a hockey trip to Toronto to see the Maple Leafs and the Winnipeg Jets. And Boston Pizza's in on the bidding here today. The Boston Pizza locations around the Maritimes in with a bid of $2,300. We thank them very much for that. Want to update the bid on Guy Lafleur back here. Did you have a look at that item? It is a Guy Lafleur autographed jersey, and look at the beautiful encasing in pine. George Hoskins in with a bid of $1,200. And just below it, Carl Pomeroy, who's now on the handheld. Is it hard to hold a camera and talk at the same time, Carl?
Yeah, sure.
Did you want me to stop talking? Well, or no? He's in charge. At any rate, the bid on the Donini's Pizza, and this is 50 pizzas. You could have one a week, or you could have one great big party. And the ladies from Auction Heaven have a bid of $1,000. All-Star Landscaping's in with $150 on Dinner with the Screaming Eagles. That's Clark Bishop and Max Lazarev. And in the battle of the Q-League teams right now, no change in the score at the second intermission. The Mooseheads are still leading 500 to 250, although Camex Auto Performance has bid $250 on the Wildcats jersey, and we have a bid of $500 from Darren Blumenthal at Great Buys auto sales. And quickly updating the quilt, as we mentioned, the Family Campers Group is in with a bid on that of $200. This is from the Quilting Grannies, longtime supporters of the Christmas Daddies. So that's a quick update on some of these items now. You can go online to check them all. Make your best bid and your best pledge right now as the Christmas Daddies continues with Kyle Moore live at CJCB Television in Sydney. Kyle?
Welcome back to Sydney, and if you haven't picked up the phone yet today, make sure you do. And to get you into the spirit of things, we have some of the best musicians here in Sydney. I have Laurel Martell and Andrew Doyle. Just tell me a little bit about what we're going to hear from you guys here today.
We're going to hear an Elton John song and featuring Joss Stone, which I'll be playing the part of Elton, and Laurel will be playing the part of Joss. And it's a great Christmas tune called We'll Be Calling It Christmas.
Calling it Christmas. All right, go for it.
On a hill long ago, on a cold winter's night, in a land far away, 3 kings saw a light, and from heaven it shone like God's own crown, and it guided 3 kings into Bethlehem town.
Oh, they came bearing gifts, and so said each one, let's call this day Christmas, this oh and on. We'll be calling it Christmas in honor of Him, the child in the manger, our Savior and King.
We'll be calling it Christmas, keeping the faith,
Knowing the reason, we're saving the day. We'll be
calling it Christmas, down through the years, spreading joy to the world when Christmas is here. Oh, Cymbeline was the star of it all, a small child asleep on a bed made of straw.
in a black opening where shepherds and kings, they first felt the joy that this moment was bring. We'll be
calling it Christmas, keeping the faith,
knowing the reason, we're saving the day. We'll be
calling it Christmas, down through the years, spreading joy to the world as Christmas is here. And we'll be calling it Christmas, while keeping the faith,
knowing the reason, we're saving the day. We'll be
calling it Christmas, down through the years, bringing joy to the world when Christmas is here. And we'll be calling it Christmas, down through the years, spreading joy to the world when Christmas is here. Spreading joy to the world when Christmas is here. spreading joy to the world. And Christmas is here.
Amazing. Hey, thanks for the dance.
I was just going to thank you for the dance. It was terrific.
Stephanie
but I
took
gotta
you
tell
away
you, that's
from
the first
me,
time I've
but
had to dance with you.
I know, and we've got the best seats in the house, do we not?
Absolutely. You like the furniture?
I like the furniture.
You
In
can
fact,
have
I
it.
love the furniture. I can
You
have it.
Well,
There's a catch.
you can
isn't
buy
there?
it.
Okay. Where
from
can I buy
Jay.
it?
Yep. From Raheys, J.R. Raheys.
Uh-huh.
And they have a number of locations around here. They have Sydney, New Glasgow, Antigonish, Sydney Mines, Sydney River.
And they recline too.
Yeah.
Here's just
Yeah, really, really comfortable. And this is, this is a great position to have. Nice fire going. Maybe we could have a snack.
Like, say, a pizza, because
Yeah.
pizza happens to be my favorite food. Maybe chocolate comes a close second, but pizza by far.
There's a special deal on pizza.
I
And I
think
know
I've
that there's a
heard
special
that,
deal.
especially tomorrow. A lot of folks will be putting up the tree this weekend and perhaps watching a little bit of football. You can still donate tomorrow to Christmas Daddies, and you can do that by buying a piece of pizza, a pizza from Boston Pizza in Atlantic, Canada, and 10% of the proceeds comes right directly here for Christmas Daddies. So eat,
But how do you do it?
be merry. Oh, well, that's all you have to do is take your receipt, write Christmas Daddies on the back of the receipt, and put it in the box. And then 10% will be donated by Boston Pizza to the Christmas Daddies Telethon.
Oh, really?
It's a
oh,
win-win
my gosh,
for
look at this.
Hello.
Oh, pizza. Well,
Hello,
thank you.
ladies. How
Yeah.
are you?
Now, this is Chelsea,
Hi, Chelsea.
and this is Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. Did you guys make this for us? Do you know
Now-
what I think we should do, Rick?
Can I get up here for a second?
Sure.
Do you guys deliver all of the time? Just check.
The sales
just
are going
check.
through the roof.
All right. And what did we get? Is it going to be a surprise or are you going to tell me?
It's a deluxe. Rick, we could probably make some money here. We could start selling
Yeah.
a slice of pizza
To
and
the
donate
band.
it to the band.
So we can get the money
Right.
that you described from
Uh-huh.
the restaurant,
Right.
and we can get the money from the pizza.
Right. That means you and I won't get a piece, but it's worth it.
Yeah, but it is worth it. Look, you guys, that's so generous of you, and thank you from everybody to Boston Pizza, because this is really terrific. So whatever you do, eat hearty, eat a lot. A share of this goes to Christmas Daddies. This is a good thing. It's a good cause that you're going to eat for. Anyway,
Absolutely.
we want to say thank you, and we're going to go back now to Halifax.
This is Suzette Beliveau, who I think likes pizza too. Hi,
having a
Suzette.
blast here at NSCC Waterfront. It's time for some more music, and I'm joined now with the Dartmouth Boys Honor Choir, and they're part of the Dartmouth Music Center. Now, these boys behind me, really talented. They're between grades 4 and 6, and I can't wait to hear them sing Let There Be Peace on Earth. Take it away.
Let there be peace on earth
here on the Christmas Daddy Show, 51st annual, here with a friend. And one of the great things about the Christmas Daddy Show is that we get to catch up with people like Cecil Royham from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, a decorated veteran. We're very proud of you, Cecil.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. I've been out riding my bicycle to raise this money from Yarmouth to the other side of Bridgewater.
Now, did you just say you rode a bike from Yarmouth to Bridgewater?
Yes.
Could anybody here ride a bike from, and you're 84 years old, Cecil?
Thank you very much.
Yeah. No, thank you very much. You've been doing this for a long time. We're very grateful that you continue to raise.
This is my 17th year.
17 years.
Yeah, 17 years, and I hope to be back next year.
We hope to have you come back next year, too. Thank you. It's a great pleasure to see you. Can I ask you how much money you raised when you were out? Look at that, $1,800 from our friend Cecil Royham. Cecil, thanks again for all you do for our country and all you've done in your lifetime.
Thank you.
All right, Kayla Hounsell, please. Good to see you.
Thank you very much, Steve. And I have two very special friends here with me as well. This is Jada Davis and her mom, Tara Conrad. And Jada, how old are you?
9 years old.
9 years old, and she's here at Christmas Daddies for the very first time, and we're so glad to have you. I want you to show us the big reveal on this check you brought along with you. How much money is it? You can turn around and look at it if you need to. It's a big, big number.
$2,123.
Wow, that is a lot of money, especially for such a little girl. Can you tell us how you raised this money?
I had a big masquerade ball for at the Centre Scolaire de la Rive-Sud.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
So for a great cause and a lot of fun. Excellent. Mom, you must be so proud.
Very proud of her. She's a wonderful little girl and always wanting to help others. So this isn't the first thing that Jada has done in her life with fundraising and important things in life. So next year we are committed to doing it again. So hopefully we'll have a lot more money to bring.
That is just fantastic. This is a lot of money. If you can bring more next year, even better. We're so happy to have you. I hope you have a very nice Christmas. Let's throw things back over to Steve now.
Wow, Jada, that's terrific. Thank you very much. I'm here with a friend. Now, the first time I met you, Natasha, 5 years ago, you were about that big. I had to get way down here. Look at you now. How old are you?
9.
You're 9 years old. And you come out every year and you collect money for Christmas Daddies. Why do you do that?
Because some kids don't have many presents under their tree, and if I donate some money, they have more presents under their tree.
That's exactly why we're here. You know, that's very well said. And you have some people that you want to say thank you to, right?
I'd like to thank Midland Transport for donating through me, and I'd like to give a huge thank you to Grasshoppers Martial Arts School for donating through me over the years and helping with a raffle we did. And I'd like to thank my mom, who made an Afghan that we raffled off of, and thank you to everyone who donated through me to Christmas Daddies.
Well, good for you. You better thank your mom for making you, too. She did a pretty good job, I'd say. We're very proud of you, too. Now, why don't you show us how much money's on that check? Turn it all around and look at that. $856 from Natasha Smith. Will you come back again next time?
Yes.
We'll be looking for you. Thank you, Natasha. Kayla?
Thank you, Steve and Natasha. I'm here with some people who have a need for speed, I think. This is Kevin Lively, and over here on the end, his wife Andrea and his son Logan, and they're with the Nova Scotia Drag Racers Association, and you have a big check for us. I'm told Logan is not a talker, but he does have the check, so flip it around. And Dad, how much money do we have?
$750.
$750 from the Nova Scotia Drag Racers Association. How did you raise this money?
Every year at our annual awards banquet, we have a raffle, and that's what we raised in roughly 45 minutes.
Wow, $750 in just 45 minutes. That shows the power of the true Christmas spirit, I would say. Why do you choose Christmas Daddies to donate to?
It's good for the kids, it's good for the families. Nothing like giving back.
It's good for everyone. We're so happy to have you here. We're going to check in with Elise Hand and the Navy Divers now.
Hey guys, we are here at Tim Hortons in Forest Hills. Just a quick stop, a pit stop on our run here with the Fleet Diving Unit. I am with Jay, I'm also with Michelle with Tim Hortons, and we also have Yves here with our Fleet Diving Unit and Lieutenant Justin Wong. Thanks so much, guys. So we're here for a very special presentation. I know, Jay, you've given a lot over the years, Tim Hortons has here in Forest Hills to Christmas Daddies. Why is this so important to you to give back?
Well, I just think that they do so much for us every day, and it's our pleasure to be able to help them when we can.
Well, we want to say thank you to you guys, especially the Fleet Diving Unit. So I'm going to hand it over to Justin. You have something to present here, Justin.
Yeah, Jay, thank you very much. On behalf of Fleet Diving Unit, you guys have been a tremendous supporter to Christmas Daddies throughout the whole years. And just to say thanks, we've just given a small sort of token of our appreciation for that. And you guys have been extremely generous, so we want to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, we better hit the road again, guys.
All right, lots of new friends, and certainly we cannot forget the old friends of Christmas Daddies. Here's Rita MacNeil from 1909 performing A Gift of Love.
A village of great hope and childhood dreams. There wasn't a Christmas I didn't see. You struggle with hard times, it just shouldn't be. And love was the greatest gift by the tree. A day to remember from all the rest. There wasn't a moment that I would regret. You squandered a fortune on hard work and love. There wasn't a corner where you didn't shine. Now Christmas is coming and you're growing old. You were the first one who taught me to love. Tonight by the fire, the tree dressed in lights. You're still a candle that burns in my life. I hope I'll be able to give as you have the gifts without ribbons whenever I can. To know in the morning there by the tree the same gift you gave me when I was a kid. Now Christmas is coming and you're growing old. You were the first one who taught me to love. Tonight by the fire, the tree dressed in lights. You're still a candle that burns in my life. Now Christmas is coming and you're growing old. You were the first one who taught me to love. Tonight by the fire, the tree dressed in lights. You're still a candle that burns in my life. You're still a candle that burns in my life.
The lovely Rita MacNeil. She is definitely missed here in Cape Breton. I'm joined now by a group working with the MV Minor, actually working on cleaning up the MV Minor. First of all, introduce yourself.
Mark McIsaac.
Marlene Hall.
David Goodwin.
And tell me a little bit about why you guys are here today.
Well, we're here to donate some money to Christmas Daddies. So on behalf of the entire crew that's demolishing the MV Minor, which includes employees from R.J. McIsaac Construction, Powervac, Belfour, SNC Lavalin, Visionaire, and the employees of Nova Scotia Lands Inc., our client, and on behalf of corporate donations from Visionaire, Powervac, Belfour, SNC Lavalin, and all those combined, R.J. McIsaac matched the total donation pot. So on behalf of the company, and I'm the project manager, I'd like to donate $5,820 to Christmas Daddies.
$5,820 to Christmas.
$20. Awesome. They did a really, really good job. I'm so proud of all the guys that I work with.
A special thanks to Marlene Hall. Marlene was the driving force behind the campaign. And a special thanks to David Goodwin as well, who helped her and assisted her in the campaign. Both of these are very valued employees, very inspirational employees, and very, very loyal employees, and I'm honored to be with them.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming in. Stay tuned. We have more Christmas Daddies on CTV in just a moment.
The 51st Annual Christmas Daddies Telethon is proudly produced by CTV Atlantic employees, their families, friends, and volunteers, with assistance from our corporate community. Thanks to Bell Alliant and the Bell Alliant Pioneer Volunteers, and to RBC. Honor your pledge at the branch nearest you. Our website developer is NICOM Interactive. Air Canada Foundation donated the prize of 2 tickets anywhere in North America. In Cape Breton, thanks to the Holiday Inn Sydney Waterfront, Sidco Fuels provided a prize of home heating fuel for a year for Cape Breton donors. Volunteer vehicles were supplied by Discount Car and Truck Rentals, and refreshments by Tim Hortons. Set decoration was provided by Wheaton's and our friends at Kent Building Supplies. Thanks to Advanced Screen Printing Limited for crew clothing. Technical assistance was provided by Freeman Audiovisual and Christie Lights. Musical equipment was provided by Long & McQuaid and Alta Musica. Christmas Daddies would not be possible without CTV's generous donation of airtime, facilities, and support to the telethon all year round.